Much. I think at first everybody thought maybe Spain would overrun Portugal, but with Cristiano Ronaldo, he proved that he's a world-class player. Actually, Cristiano Ronaldo with these 3 goals showed that every team in the World Cup should not be underrated. Even if I go back to the Panama-Belgium game, I don't want to say Panama have never featured in the World Cup, so they may be beaten. Remember Senegal, when they first appeared in the World Cup, they pulled a surprise unto the quarters.
Yes.
So we cannot say it's their first time they will be beaten. Every team, remember, every team that qualified for the World Cup is worth playing in the World Cup show, in the World Showpiece. So right now, talking about Portugal and Spain, actually they deserved a draw. Each team played very well. You remember the strikers on the Spanish side did their job, and also we also had the Portugal. I think they deserved a draw. They played well, both teams. Yeah. Now talking about the African teams, maybe I think it's not that they are really overconfident. It's about experience. Remember, in the other World Cup, when Germany played Brazil, Brazil fielded new players and they were beaten 7-1. The same thing now. The African teams are mostly fielding new players who don't have that World Cup experience. So experience matters a lot.
Okay, thank you very much. Jaka Black just giving us his sentiments in regards to this was arguably one of the matches of the weekend, Portugal against Spain. Remember, Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat-trick in that game. Let's see how that pans out as far as the next games are concerned. Remember, there's more action later today. As I mentioned, Sweden will be facing off against South Korea. Belgium will also be in action against Panama. Another big African team, Tunisia, will be facing off against another opponent later this evening. Will be interesting to see how that pans out. Of course, I'm talking about the 3 Lions, that is England, later this evening. Mukami Wambora has been following the action, the proceedings in Moscow, the capital of Russia, where about several matches will be happening there. Mukami Wambora, just update us, tell us, there's something that was interesting I noticed as far as the fans are concerned. Each of the fans had something like an accreditation, and I thought that could not be, all of them could not be journalists. Mukami, what was that lanyard? What did it hold, that accreditation?
Yeah, Bernard, you know, for Russia, they've tried to make it as easy as possible for football fans to come down and actually enjoy all of the footballing action. So what they've done is, instead of getting a visa, all you need to do is get a fan ID. And that fan ID will get you access into the stadium. It gives you free train rides. We actually caught up with Kenyan, who was at the stadium. He's living here in Russia, and he just explained more about that fan ID. Once you get it, you can travel through the railways, subways, the buses for free, and you get into the stadium easily. All they have to do is scan it, Bernard.
I know you're in Moscow. I'm sure. I think there's the Luzhniki Stadium that has been hosting the matches. It hosted the opening ceremony as well, and some of the other matches. What do you expect? Is there a match today? How is the mood there in the build-up to? Is there a game happening first of all?
Yeah, no, there's no games in Moscow today, but you know, the FIFA Fun Fest is always buzzing with a lot of activity. Actually, over the weekend, one of the team that is playing today, Sweden, we got a surprise at the FIFA Fun Fest over the weekend. We got to see none other than Zlatan Ibrahimovic live and in person, Bernard. And you know, Russians are usually very calm and composed, but when they saw Zlatan Ibrahimovic, they went crazy. They started running, they were climbing the fence to get a glimpse. And let me tell you, you could see it in his face. He was loving every minute of that, just being adored by the fans here. He enjoyed it extremely, and it was really great to see one of the greatest footballers of our time up close and in person, Bernard.
It's interesting, the hashtag he likes using, dare to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He had said in the build-up to this year's World Cup that yes, I'm not in the team, I've not been called up, but I will be attending the World Cup somehow. Well, his official sponsor enabled him to be heading there, and he's been there, and I'm sure he'll be watching the game against Sweden and South Korea. Thank you very much, Mukami Wambora, that live update from Moscow, the capital of Russia, where today we understand that there's no action, but Michael Kinyi, there's some action going to happen in a few minutes here in the studio. What do you have lined up on your end?